What is good? Number 5, keeping it alive. Let's dive right in. So, right from the rip, the big S word, sobriety, obviously different strokes for different folks. We've all had friends and family who I'm sure, I should say most people have had friends or family where this subject goes a lot deeper. And not to get too deep, too heavy here, keep it light, keep it bright. Just wanted to share my experience in 2021. So this nice 6-month check-in, if you will, halfway through 2021. Figured this was a nice little subject for a quick vid. Followed suit with some family to kick off the year. They were doing a more intense sobriety challenge, and I figured, hey, I'd jump on, support. And so for me, I've never really been too much of a big drinker. I mean, in my 20s, NYC, obviously a bit of a different story, but that was a decade ago. For the last 5-6 years, half a decade essentially, certainly in parenthood, we all have a beer here and there. For me, it's mowing the lawn, or every weekend, with some friends or whatnot, have a few, the casual sort of social drinking. But I said, hey, I'll support some family and just cut it completely as of January 1, 2021, 6 months ago. So I did that, and it was awesome. It was surprisingly way easier than I'd imagined. I'd seen or heard about other people doing it. Shout out to Minix Savage. His challenge, to a good friend and colleague here, his challenge was to do 100 burpees a day, and now he's somewhere in 18 a year in, hasn't had a drink in a couple years. Casually a glass of wine or something like that with a nice steak or what have you. But anyway, to stay on track here, I wanted to just create this quick clip to touch on this concept of sobriety and having the discipline to, even if you don't have an issue or you don't have a problem, to just challenge yourself to take more things out of your life, right? To take things away that you enjoy. If it's casual social drinking, hey, we all enjoy that. Certainly enjoy a cold beer, mowing the lawn here in hot Texas. But I've been really surprised. It's even just taking the few beers a week away has had a certain kind of clarity throughout the weeks. There's more of a sharpness, just more of an energy, a pep in the step, and certainly getting the weekend days going. And so just, for some context, again, was following along with some friends and family who were doing a more serious challenge, cutting out some things. And so I said, hey, I'll jump on the bandwagon and support. So I did that New Year's challenge, basically, January, February, March, April, May. Just had my 33rd, and had a couple drinks. Some dear friends, got a bottle of mezcal, and that was cool and all. But I've found that as I was cutting the drinks in the beginning of the year, I found myself sort of for the first time looking to non-alcoholic options. And so there's this company, Athletic. Shout outs to Athletic, not a sponsor, maybe in the future. That'd be dope. But these guys just delicious, right? 0%, tastes exactly like an IPA. What more could you ask for, right? But that still was feeling kind of bloated and whatnot. So even though I was, hey, I'm gonna do this no drink thing, for the first few months of the year was still sort of leaning on this, hey, well, I have non-alcoholic options, and it was, of course, just the right timing in the marketplace. I think 2021, the year of all these new non-alcoholic bevs, especially here in Austin. There's so many new consumer packaged goods and brands and startups and whatnot bringing things to market. So it's just super spoiled with the ability to just walk in somewhere and get something healthy and still drink, but not really be drinking. And that's what kind of comes back to the self-discipline. Is even though I don't have an issue, just the ability to still cut it out, right? And and obviously all the financial benefits, whether they're big or small, whether, it's $10 at a time every week, $40 a month multiplied over the course of the year, that's maybe like a family trip or something that you could do. Anyway, I just wanted to share this, kind of candid take on my little challenge to myself, again, in support of some family. And everybody's good. Everybody's doing great, healthy and whatnot. But yeah, I've been really amazed at the feeling of productivity that's come along. Again, just that little extra kick, the little extra pep in the step that's come from just simply cutting the beers, the few social ones out. And I'll still have one every now and then. Here I am 6 months in. I said I was going to do all of 2021. And it's summertime now, so it's super hot, so it's hard not to have one of those athletic brewing non-alcoholic IPAs on a super hot day in the garden. But yeah, it just gets easier. It just gets easier. And I swear, there's a little more energy to it, a little more elevation to just, the clarity and the sharpness that comes week to week, month to month. So I challenge you, even if it's just like for one person sees this and says, oh yeah, hey, I'm going to challenge myself, and that, transitioning into fitness and wellness and just sort of that spark, hey, try it for the summer. I bet you're going to be surprised. It's going to lead into the fall. You're going to say, wow, I'm still on this train. And I feel great, feel better than I thought that I might. So anyway, that's sort of the, what can you do for you? We're running out of time here. Again, one of these days I'm going to get this under 5 minutes, but one of the things I wanted to touch on was, like, I've been dabbling for a while with some concepts, as I've been going through this, don't drink challenge of just, playing with codes, playing with design patterns. And this is something, kind of silly, very simple, that I put together, gosh, I don't even know, moons ago. But it's basically just, it's sort of like the concept for a dashboard, that, is sort of this health panel, if you will. So let me change a couple of these background images to a 2. There's just a 1 or a 2 going on in the background, and you'll see, some of these squares. What happened? There we go. They repopulate to be a different background image. So the concept of, like, hey, if we could create this own personal little dashboard for, hey, these are my health goals. This is my heart rate, monitor. Maybe that's getting pulled in from some other tracking, body weight, other, KPIs, metrics for your health and wellness. Just some fun to think about. And certainly we'll explore more, in future videos, certainly get more technical with stuff. Again, just having fun was a way to, play with. This was, I think, like using a CSS grid thing, doing this nice, clean kind of paneling dashboard kind of look and feel. So yeah, just to bring it all full circle, the sobriety challenge in the beginning of the year, really happy I did it. Or I should just say the not drinking challenge. It's been great. Challenge you to do it as well. And, coupled with that, it's been fun to kind of play with, like, how do we look at our macro health and consumption and, energy levels and goals and whatnot. And certainly look forward to exploring that further, using creative, using code, signing off. See you tomorrow. Hope you are well and healthy and energized. Peace.